Life is full of illusions, and one of the greatest among them is the illusion of continuity. 66 million years ago, the dinosaurs enjoyed a remarkable continuity, having thrived for approximately 165 million years. The world teemed with warmth and abundance, with lush forests blanketing most of the land, adorned with an astonishing array of trees, flowers, ferns, and countless critters. Dinosaurs roamed freely, having evolved into hundreds of species, each unique in shape and size. Yet, despite the apparent constancy of life, 66 million years ago, a tiny, insignificant detail in the sky heralded an impending change. So what really happened in the first minutes after an asteroid wiped out the dinosaurs? Stay tuned to find out. Imagine if there were dinosaurs gazing up at the night sky. They might have witnessed the sudden appearance of a new star one fateful night. Initially just a tiny speck, it gradually grew larger and brighter over the course of several weeks, eventually resembling another small moon in the celestial expanse. Then, as it vanished into Earth's shadow, the illusion of continuity persisted for a few more fleeting hours. However, the illusion shattered the next morning when the object reappeared, now looming in the sky almost as large as the sun itself and rapidly expanding with each passing moment. Its trajectory directed it towards the coast near the Yucatan Peninsula. In a mere 2 seconds, the asteroid breached the thin veil between space and the Earth's surface, hurtling into the atmosphere at nearly 60 times the speed of sound. Towering larger than Mount Everest, it pierced through the ocean's surface, reaching heights surpassing even the altitudes at which passenger planes would soar millions of years later. In that pivotal moment, the world existed in one state, but within the blink of an eye, it would be irrevocably transformed into something entirely different. As the asteroid crashes into the shallow ocean and collides with the bedrock beneath, an unimaginable amount of energy is unleashed, akin to the detonation of billions of nuclear weapons simultaneously. In an instant, the asteroid vaporizes upon impact, unleashing a blinding flash of light that transforms the sky into an eerie, bright white sphere looming over the Gulf of Mexico. The bedrock disintegrates into seething hot plasma, reaching temperatures of tens of thousands of degrees Celsius. The thermal radiation from the explosion races across the landscape at the speed of light, scorching everything within a radius of approximately 1,500 kilometers. Simultaneously, the force of the impact exerts immense pressure against Earth's crust, causing it to yield and flow away from the impact site like a liquid. This creates a colossal depression, plunging 25 kilometers deep and stretching 100 kilometers wide. The force of the impact also propels the ocean waters backward for hundreds of kilometers. As the crust rebounds from the impact, the molten and flowing material gives rise to a transient mountain towering an astonishing 10 kilometers into the atmosphere. An immense volume of material is forcefully ejected into the higher layers of the atmosphere and even propelled out into space, amounting to as much as 60 times the original mass of the asteroid. The sheer violence of the collision reverberates across the globe within minutes. A seismic event of unprecedented magnitude, possibly the most potent earthquake ever witnessed by any living being in billions of years, shakes the very foundations of the Earth. The tremors are so overwhelmingly powerful that in regions like India, they might have jolted colossal lava fields, triggering volcanic eruptions that could endure for 30,000 years and blanket half of the Indian subcontinent with molten rock. Even on the far side of the Earth, opposite the impact site, the ground is jolted and shifted by several meters, underscoring the sheer magnitude of the cataclysmic event. The colossal explosion collides with the atmosphere, unleashing an unparalleled fury that generates a shockwave racing at speeds exceeding 1,000 kilometers per hour in the vicinity of the impact zone, akin to the ferocious hyperhurricanes witnessed on gas giants such as Neptune. In regions like Middle America, the devastation is unimaginable. Soil, vegetation, and any living creature unfortunate enough to be in the vicinity are mercilessly torn apart into shreds and hurled thousands of kilometers away by the sheer force of the blast. Now, the oceans, displaced by the initial impact, surge back with relentless force. As the temporary mountain formed at the site of impact crumbles, a series of towering tsunamis, reaching heights of up to 1 kilometer, enough to engulf even the tallest skyscrapers ever constructed by humans, propagate in all directions. As these monstrous waves collide with the coastlines of the continents encircling the impact, they inundate thousands of kilometers of shoreline, leaving devastation in their wake. Even 15 hours later, some of the waves refracted around South America still loom menacingly, towering as high as 100 meters into the sky, a stark reminder of the catastrophic power unleashed by the asteroid impact. As the aftermath of the impact unfolds, a significant portion of the debris expelled into space enters into orbit around Earth, where it will continue to circle for thousands of years. Some fragments may collide with the Moon or even Mars, but the majority return to Earth. When these fragments re-enter the atmosphere at such incredible speeds, they undergo intense heating, reaching temperatures of hundreds of degrees Celsius. This sudden influx of millions of tons of superheated material rapidly raises the temperature of the atmosphere to staggering levels. The exact extent of this heat shock remains uncertain, but there are two prevailing hypotheses. Either the air was heated to hundreds of degrees Celsius for several minutes, or to thousands of degrees Celsius for approximately 1 minute. In either scenario, the atmosphere becomes as hot as the interior of an industrial oven. The global repercussions of this extreme heat are subject to debate, but if sufficient heat reached the surface, it likely resulted in the rapid demise of many plants and animals unable to seek refuge by burying themselves underground or taking shelter in caves. Moreover, the combination of scorching heat and raining debris may have ignited material on forest floors, sparking wildfires that spread rapidly as the Earth rotated beneath the searing hot plume. Within a matter of hours, massive wildfires likely engulfed vast expanses of land across the globe. Some of these infernos may have persisted for months, transforming the Earth into a nightmarish, hot, hellish version of itself. As the colossal plume of vaporized material ascends into the upper atmosphere, it disperses across the entire globe. Combined with the soot ejected from the burning planet and the aerosols generated upon impact, profound darkness envelops the Earth, illuminated only by the relentless fires raging below. Any surviving plants now face a dire situation as global photosynthesis is abruptly halted, plunging the world into a period of deep shadow. Within mere days, temperatures plummet by as much as 25 degrees Celsius. The oceans, in particular, bear the brunt of the catastrophe. The absence of sunlight leads to the demise of over 90% of plankton, the very foundation of the marine food chain. Consequently, the once thriving populations of large marine reptiles and ammonites, which once ruled the seas, are decimated. The biosphere that remains presents a stark alien landscape to the survivors. Ash, debris, and the charred remnants of once vibrant life blanket the ground, while the sky remains shrouded in darkness. Fresh food becomes a rarity, while fungi thrive in the newfound environment. For months and years to come, the planet will remain a hostile and lethal realm. The sudden onset of a global winter will endure for decades, leading to the disappearance of at least 75% of all species on Earth. As the day draws to a close, the world stands irrevocably transformed. The continuity that persisted for millions of years is shattered, signaling the abrupt end of the era of the dinosaurs. Just like that, a new chapter in Earth's history begins. From the ashes of the ancient world, survivors emerged, including birds, direct descendants of the dinosaurs, and mammals that would eventually rise to dominance on the planet. Without the cataclysmic event brought about by the asteroid impact, the course of life on Earth would have been vastly different. The sudden disruption of dinosaur continuity reshaped the planet and all life upon it, presenting the opportunity for new forms of life, including us, to emerge. It remains uncertain how long the human era will endure. Thus far, modern humans have inhabited the Earth for only a fraction of the time that dinosaurs roamed the planet. Despite this relatively brief period, humanity has accomplished remarkable feats, from shaping the world in our image to venturing into space and harnessing the power of the atom. However, our future and long-term survival are far from assured. If we are not vigilant, Our existence could be imperiled in an instant, much like the demise of the dinosaurs. Yet, unlike our ancient predecessors, we understand the fragility of our continuity, even if it may not always feel apparent. By remaining prepared, vigilant, and hopeful, we can strive to ensure the continuation of our journey for generations to come. With luck, our voyage will endure for many more millennia, shaping the future of life on Earth.